For the most part, the internet has been very beneficial to us. We have been given tools, we have put a man on the moon, we have done amazing things. But the pros are not everything that the internet brings us. There are very, very many cons. And today, we are joined by Paps, Wanyuki. Paps is a mentor for the young ones. If you were born 2000 and above, makes you a millennial. And Paps is very keen on behavior of people in that group. She is a behavioral scientist. She's a psychologist. She works with young kids. She works with teenagers. She knows behavior. And that's why she's here with us. We want to talk about the internet and how it's affecting us, how it's affecting our children, where the gaps are. And we want to be able to help you, the parent, cope with this whole digital storm that is here with us. It's an opportunity, but it's also bringing some very, very tough challenges. So, Paps. Sasa. The internet?
Oh yeah, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
That is a big deal.
What do you think it's doing to us?
First of all, we are smarter. We are faster. So many good things that is happening. But of course, there are many side effects, and sometimes they outweigh.
Yeah.
Because when I look at how it has revolutionized us, I would actually say it has changed our culture, because internet in itself has a culture of its own. And then there was now the Africa culture and how we grew up, the pre-millennials. So many things have changed, Mokami. And when you look at the kids right now, you'll actually say they're smarter. They are a better version of where we were. Like the computers, Pentium 1 up to where we are now. Same thing, evolution. And of course, internet has made them smarter. Whatever they are learning in school, whatever is being taught in preschool right now is what we are learning in class 6, 7. So when you look at it, so many benefits. And one of the things is that it's a reality. Internet is not going anywhere. And so the pre-millennials are the ones who are supposed to onboard. Instead of shooting it down and trying to get the children out of it and trying to feel miserable about it, we actually need to onboard. And to know how can we go over and parent them from where they are. Because it's not going away. And the other thing is that everything about our lives is on internet. Right now, there's nobody who's not being affected by the internet. Even the person who is living in the remotest place, because they are on M-Pesa, they are buying credit online, so they are still onboarding technology. And the third thing is that it's good to appreciate their pros, and then there are also cons. Because if we focus on one extreme, then we lose it. It's just admitting it has side effects, but it's very, very helpful.
Okay. I like the word culture, because culture makes us who we are. You cannot exist without it, because it gives us the guidelines. And the African setting has been overtaken by the internet. And almost sidelined. The kids that are growing up today, it's almost like we are losing our value systems. And the person who's caught up in this whole thing is a parent. So how can we help the parent?
First of all, it is to see how we can blend in both cultures. Because we can never go back to the Stone Age. We can never go back to the time when we were playing outside the whole day. You know, by then there were no media gadgets. I mean, TV was a prestige.
Yes.
It was one in the village, where all of you used to go and flock to watch wrestling.
Absolutely.
You know, but if you look at it now, and the way it has changed us, first of all, nowadays children are not so relational.
Yes.
They will actually come and, hi, can I have your phone? You know, I want to play a game. That is actually the transaction that is happening. And of course, the other thing is that by not being relational, it means they're also not learning to build social skills.
Yes.
That means that when this child is out of school in future, they might actually not get a job. They will just lamp on the couch and continue watching series. You know, because first of all, they have been so used to passivity. First of all, media doesn't talk back to you. That is why sometimes I feel so sad when I see a mother of a toddler or an infant propping them in front of a TV so that they can do house chores. First of all, this child is only receiving, they are not giving a feedback. And I've actually seen sometimes children who even slow on milestones because they can, even speech, the speech doesn't develop fast because it was one way all along. And so sometimes when you talk to them, they don't think they should talk back. because they've always been listening to conversations the whole day of
Yes.
people who don't talk back to them.
Yes.
And of course now this child growing up in this culture, they are always, sensitized to equipments, to gadgets, in a way that they don't know what to do with human beings who are demanding a conversation.
Yes.
Yeah, because we're not conversational. In the past, you'll sit down by the fireside, there's stories, there's a part you're supposed to sing or to respond in a certain way, even pauko pakawa, that was still a response. But now we are coming to people who don't talk back. They'll even be happy to have the headphones. Yes. They'll be happy to have the headphones, just dull out the world.
Yes.
And so we are raising lonely children who actually think they can be functional by being alone. They actually feel like they almost don't need anyone. And of course, where we are going, Mokami, with the technology advancing, we will actually raise children who can actually stay alone on their phone. So long as they can dial a delivery, it's dropped at the door. Who needs them? Who needs who? They will even slump down. Like sometimes I hear, like my husband works for Uber, carry a young person, they'll just slump on the couch, and then of course you know where you're taking them, and then they'll just get off like they didn't even say hi.
They have their headphones on.
Oh yeah, they are busy. And we are raising these children, and then they don't know even how to fit in the workplace when they get a job, because they struggle to relate socially. And then now if it's a lady, she'll become a mom, and then she'll not know even how to ask for help. So when she gets a baby, like the postnatal depression will be a reality for her, because she doesn't even know how to seek for help, she doesn't know how to socialize and to fit in with other people. And so it's actually something that we need to think about long range. It's not just an effect of babyhood or childhood, it's actually something that can be carried to adulthood. And you can imagine how this is the next generation. That is why for me, I'm always concerned about the next generation.
Yes.
What do we want to see in 50 years?
Yes.
The children we are raising right now, who will they be by then?
Yes.
Will they be just people who are indifferent and who don't care about the people around them? Because when you think about culture is actually a way of life. And it has so many benefits. And of course, when you think about Africa culture, we were actually socialized to live together. Like that is our origin. And in my thinking, I'm just imagining there's no Africa who will survive for long without other people.
Yes.
Yes. Like we can't just be indifferent and think we are okay. It's actually depressing. If you have an honest conversation with this person who is dulling out everyone, they are really struggling in so many other ends. Because that is how God made us, to need each other.
Yes.
Even beyond Africa, to just need each other and to be there for each other. And I think when I come, because even when you look at how we are living right now, even in the apartments, in the flats, you don't even care who lives next door. It's my life. Unless you bump into them and you sometimes do not even say hi, we're actually becoming urbanized, and of course it's making it worse. And the fact that we don't care about each other. Even at work, we just do things to get along. But that deep concern that you didn't come to work for 2 days, I think we're really losing it, and it's because it's starting way down here, and of course it's getting worse, because including the parents, we are also showing our children there, because there's also socialization. Besides being natural and being like the technology affecting us, there's also a lot of socialization by how we are also existing on technology as parents.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is that the internet, as much as it's brought connectivity, we are largely disconnected.
Oh yeah, we are a global village and then standalones.
And that disconnection is affecting us in very many different areas of our lives. And the kids we are raising are going to be problematic in a way when they are adults.
Yes.
So how does a parent deal with that?
First of all, it is to be aware of yourself. Because most of the things that I will say my daughter learns, she sees me. I come home and then I'm on my phone. Actually, there's a time I was a victim of the same, and my daughter came and told me, "Oh, mommy, uko job." Because I used to tell her, "Ukiniona kwa phone ujue niko job." And then she was like, "You never get off job." And then you still have an office. So what do you do there and what do you do here? And of course, it is first of all being aware that how I am existing online and on my gadgets, and of course coming and slumping in front of a TV because you have so many things to catch up on, they are learning. And actually, it doesn't matter what you tell them, whatever they see, what you model is what is most important. That is the most powerful signal.
Okay.
And that is what they will actually adapt to.
Okay.
So we have parents who are addicted to Facebook, to Instagram. We are posting all the selfies, and then you're wondering why a teenage daughter would always be online posting photos and sometimes nudes. But probably even if you're not posting those extreme ones, but you show them it's okay.
Yes.
And of course, we also have parents who are always on WhatsApp chatting, on end. And of course, sometimes very long calls. And of course, the TV is on, you are on your phone, the laptop is on the side. You are showing them that this is also life. And so we actually get shocked or surprised when they are on it. But they've actually learned
From
to an
us.
extent from us. And if not from us, then it means that we have not also. Sometimes I usually think children choose their models as well. So sometimes it's good for me to ask myself, why doesn't Crystal learn from me? When I see new things that she's becoming that are not in my environment, I should actually get concerned, because it means those other people are also attractive and influential in their own way. So sometimes they don't learn from you firsthand, but they have other people who influence them. Because sometimes you'll even see a parent who realizes their child knows so many functions and apps on phone, and they have no idea. And then you're wondering, okay, so where did they discover this? And of course, you don't have a conversation about it because you don't want to feel stupid. You don't even want to admit you don't know how to use the apps on your phone, including the default ones. And so by just not having a conversation around it, and of course not admitting that you have a problem and you're struggling.
Yes.
Yeah, because I should tell Crystal, by the way, I'm struggling with Facebook and internet.